13 to 10, the classic 4BC 60s countdown with Brent James. I'm Spencer Howson. Brent, before we go into the number 2 song from this week in 1967, that really was the era of radio jingles, wasn't it?
It was a big decade for radio jingles. Radio stations, had these big budget jingles, and certainly 4BC back in the day were on top of all this. And we had jingles for all the big personalities of the day. Johnny James had his jingles. You had Jeff Tony and Bob at Night had their jingles. And you had Bert Robertson had his own jingles as well. And we've got a cracker coming up for you.
Have a listen to this, followed by the number 2 from this week in 1967.
You can hear the greatest sounds around. 4BC is the bright spot in the town. You will hear all the latest sounds. The music's in the groove. The guys are on the move. And that's why 4BC is the bright spot in the town. You will hear all the latest sounds. 4BC is the bright spot in the town.
4BC music director. There was such a thing, and I'm holding it up for anyone watching on the webcam. There was a 4BC Fabulous Top 40.
Well, let me tell you, 4BC was the first to start Top 40 charts in Brisbane. That was back in 1958. And you've got to realise the strength of Top 40 charts in the 60s. 4BC was number one. It was huge. It was the music station when you consider they were sort of responsible with the Beatles being in Brisbane back in 64. They were kind of like the present station. Mm-hmm. And in ratings term, around that same time, 4BC had like a 36 share. It was massive.
We're close to that these days.
Well, yeah.
No, there are more stations these days, so it's never going to happen again.
No. But it was a dominant station in the city back in the 60s until a newcomer called 4IP came along in the latter part and started taking some of that away. But 4BC was massive.
So this is the fabulous 4BC Top 40, and this would have been printed out and in record shops, wouldn't it?
Available in most good record stores around the city.
And you'd have looked at it and you'd have gone, all right, I'll buy what's number 3, I'll buy what's number 1. So what was number 3 this week in 1967?
Interesting song number 3. Now, it came from a movie directed by Charlie Chaplin called The Countess from Hong Kong, starring Marlon Brando, Sophia Loren. More so, the song that came from the movie was actually written by Charlie Chaplin, which is amazing. You don't think of Charlie Chaplin writing hit songs.
No, that's right.
But he wrote a number 1 in 1967. And it was one of the several songs that Petula Clark did in Los Angeles because so many artists wanted to go to the West Coast in America to record with the session guys called the Wrecking Crew. And they were the cream of the crop for session guys, and everyone wanted to be there. So along with My Love, this was another one she cut with the Wrecking Crew with the likes of Hal Blaine on drums. At number 3 this week on 4BC 1967, here's Petula Clark, and This Is My Song.